Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Fred Sutton, and in this video for Accounting for Managers, I'm going to be going over a problem from Chapter 6. The problem that I'm going to be going over is on page 242, which is on the board there, and problem 618. You're welcome to open your books, and I'm going to go ahead and read through the problem and assist you. Alright, so let me go ahead and read through it here. Number 618. Activity-based costing of order entry costs. Hempstead Company's order entry department has 20 order entry operators. So remember that is an important part of the problem there. The costs associated with these 20 operators include salaries, fringe benefits, supervision, as well as occupancy and equipment costs. It is $873,600 per year. So that's the first thing I'm going to put up here is $873,680 per year. All right. So, as I read through this here, after taking into account vacations and holidays, Hempstead calculated that each operator worked about $19.20 per year. Allowing for breaks, training, and other time off, each operator provided about 1,560 hours of productive work each year. Hempstead uses the time-driven, activity-based costing for its order entry operations. All right, so let's read the problem, what they're going to ask us for here. So in the prior A, what is the rate per hour for each order entry employee for Hempstead's activity-based costing system? So what we're going to figure out is what the rate is per hour. Okay, so in that, what we're going to do here is we've got to figure out, well, how many operators do we have? We had 20 operators. This is the cost that we had per year. So I'm just going to divide it by 20 operators. When I complete that there, I will come up with 43,680. All right, so that's our cost per operator. Now I need to figure out, now how much does it cost per hour. All right, so what we're going to take a look at here is what are the productive hours that we're going to take a look at. So that's what we're going to look at in the book here. So it tells us the productive hours is 1,560. We are not going to use the total hours, but the productive hours. And I'm going to put productive right here. Remind you of that. And so when I figure that out, divide this number by that, I come up with $28 an hour. I'll make sure this is a period. So $28 per hour. And that is our answer to the first portion of the problem. All right. So the next part of the problem asks us, on average, it takes an order entry employee about 0.1 hour to enter the basic customer information for a manual customer order. In addition, manual orders require an operator to spend an additional 0.02 hour to enter each line item on the order. An operator spends an average of 0.06 hours to check the information on an electronic order, but no further entries are needed for specific line items. What is the order entry cost associated with each of the following two orders? So the first one says we have a manual order, one order here, so one order that we have with 10 line items. All right, so it costs us for each order 0.1. Now remember, for each line then it costs us, so I'm going to add in that also, 0.02, and I have a 10 line item order. Okay, so with this, I will multiply my 10 lines that I have times the 0.02 for each of those lines, and that gives me 0.2. So, and then I will add these two together, the 0.1 for each order, and the 0.2 gives us 0.3. So that's 0.3 hours it's going to cost us. All right. So if I have 0.3 hour, I'm going to take that times my $28 per hour that I found out in the previous part of the problem. And that will give me my cost for this manual order, which is $8.40. Okay. So I now have figured out the first portion of this B problem. So it's $8.40. So now let's take a look at the second part of the problem here. An electronic order with 10 line items. So now I want to figure out, well, how much does it cost me for an electronic order? Now if you remember up there, it tells us it costs us 0.06 basically to check this out. Basically confirm to make sure everything is correct in this order. So I'm going to take that 0.06 times my $28 per hour again. And when I do the math there, it gives me $1.86, or 68, excuse me. Now as you can see, there's a huge difference here. And this is why, as you can probably tell and already know, that many companies will do a lot more of electronic orders because it's a lot more cost efficient. This is problem 6-18 on page 242. I'm Dr. Fred Sutton. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you and good luck.